this is where things kind of get a little murky in your career. Like, we always talk about like 50-fight veterans. Like, you got to get conned or come up on a con. You got to get stiffed by a promoter. Medical bills that are beyond your means. Like, those are all like benchmarks that you have to hit in order to like kind of get respect from like the MMA brethren. You know what I mean? Like the guys that really put the miles on their car. So, and this is me foreshadowing. I might be wrong. So Aaron takes a flight to Hawaii, and I think it's one of TJ Thompson's cards. And I'm assuming whoever it is you were fighting, something happened, and they switched the bout because you fought Falaniko Vitale with a 30-pound weight difference.
Yeah. What? Okay. We're jumping back like in chronology here a little bit. That fight happened October of '99. That was after.
Right
that
after
was actually a few weeks. That was like a few weeks after the Eve Edwards fight in Texas.
Yes, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went back to the first Eve Edwards fight. So
yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna cover. Okay. There's a lot in between there we got to cover. So
yeah, definitely.
Is there an opponent switch there?
Yeah, I think I was supposed to fight Cheyenne Padakin, maybe. I mean, okay, this one actually was not a TJ Thompson production. It was something else. It was called Rage in the Cage, I think was the name of the event. TJ was doing Super Brawls. And I always wanted to get on Super Brawl, but whatever it was, I don't know. I think he and Jeff maybe, well, I mean, obviously, just economically, it's way cheaper to just bring people from like the Hawaiian fighters fight Hawaiian fighters, right?
Wow. Yeah.
So, I always wanted to fight on Super Brawl, but I could never quite get in Super Brawl. I think Osborne put this together through, it was some kind of a connection of people knowing people and what, I don't know. But anyhow, I got booked to fight on the show. I believe originally it was like Cheyenne Padakin, a lighter weight, Hawaiian fighter, like, I don't remember Cheyenne's record. I remember him being kind of like a mid-tier. I remember, I mean, he wasn't like one of their most well-known world beater guys from Hawaii at the time. And I was just like, yeah, dude, I mean, I'm up for the fight. That sounds good. And then I think like the day before we left on the flight, I mean, you're locked and loaded at this point the day before. And they're like, oh, wait, I think Cheyenne's out. We'll find a replacement though. Come on over. And we're like, well, I mean, it's Hawaii and I've always wanted to fight in Hawaii. So we're going. And then, yeah, by the time that, we landed in Hawaii, yeah, my opponent had grown from like a 165-pound fighter to like a 200-pound fighter. I went from Cheyenne Padakin to Nico Vitale, and this was Nico's first MMA fight, okay? I mean, like at least on record or whatever that I know of. Now, I guess Nico was part of like an indoor like football league or something. I mean, Nico is ferociously athletic. I mean, this guy is like
huge ticket seller.
I see him at the weigh-in.
Wow.
And I mean, that's the first time I even see him. I see him at the weigh-in, and it's like, oh, okay, well, like this guy's, I mean, he looks like a bodybuilder, and he's in great shape. It's like, well, whatever, man. I mean, like, but they said it was his first MMA fight. So it's like, well, I know he's bigger than me, whatever. I've got experience. I'll just kind of use that. It's like, I'm already in locked and loaded. So I'm ready to do the fight anyway. So anyway, we go into this fight, and, I probably shouldn't have necessarily been taking such another tough fight, like 2 or 3 weeks after the Eve Edwards fight, but I was just trying to fight as much as I could back then. So I think I throw a kick maybe, and he takes me down off the kick. I'm trying to work submissions from my back. He's doing a good job defending them, and he lands some pretty strong punches from on top. And the fact that he was about 2 weight classes above me, I mean, that really gave him a little extra pop in those punches. Go Korshavician was the ref for that fight. He ends up jumping in and stopping it. I mean, like in retrospect, it's probably a good stoppage. I mean, I was pissed at the time. I don't know. I mean, like this is like, we're talking like 20 years ago. But yeah, he landed some solid punches, and they rattled me a bit. So I don't know, but yeah, that was a very tough fight. that was kind of a bit of a screw job because, I mean, why are you going to, well, I know why, because they're trying to put over their boy. I mean, no, he was kind of like, he was a Hawaiian fighter. They're looking to make a name off of me, beat me up and get him out there. And I mean, he did go far. He went to UFC. He fought Matt Linland in that infamous fight where Linland suplexes Vitale and knocks himself out. So, Vitale had a solid career.
Okay, now the real question is, do you think your original opponent even got hurt, or do you think Nico's opponent got hurt and they just did a bait and switch?
Well, probably just a bait and switch, or maybe they just knew that they were going to do that the whole time and they didn't care. I mean, that could have been the part of it too.
It could have been his teammate. Yeah, keep his weight low. It's possible. Did they adjust your pay in regards to it?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, like,
we're going to gain 30 pounds. It's the same pay them.
Yeah, who cornered you?
What Aaron doesn't know is they gave Jeff $7,000 more.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Yeah,
I'm only kidding.
Who was your corner at that point in time?
Jeff Osborne. Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised Jeff allowed that. I'm surprised.
Well, he was nervous, but Jeff was nervous no matter who I fought, so that was nothing new. I mean, he was always nervous when we went on the road. So
now you're talking about early history, and the problem with Jeff being there or me being there at that point is that we're really kind of hinging the hook and shoot name on the fighter, and that's what was going on there. So that's kind of why you can't show up in Hawaii for a vacation and not fight. You know what I mean? It's like what they pay the plane tickets for. I had that happen in Brazil where we sent Jeff as the corner man for Travis Fulton.